Hi, everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of our Goal Achieving Leaders meeting today. We wanted to give all of our due time to our guest speakers today, and so I decided to just do an overview of the last section of our education piece for leaders today. So this is for all of you leaders, future leaders that are looking at earning New Orleans. You're ready to go, to have beignets, to go to the French Quarters, to go enjoy incredible friends and food and fun in an incredible city with history and future memory making moments. So stay tuned, take the slides in. And please note, when I did the slides, there's a lot of detail on the slides for a reason. These are actually note pages, but I'm going to walk you through them so that you clearly understand them. And after watching this, if you are not currently in a New Orleans coaching group, please feel free to text me, WhatsApp me, leaders only, for hopping into a group. We're going to be coaching live in small groups with about 5 to 6 people per pod this week only. I will only do this once a month, but I feel a small group coming together. This is just kind of the intro. But I, as leaders, want you to think about, even if you're not earning New Orleans, there's a lot of key activities that can be applied to going beyond your limit this year, to growth, to doing things differently, to shaking it up. We're trying to shake it up, but we're trying to get easier, faster results, simpler results, I should say. It's never easy. For those willing to work with our team, to create VIPs, to help develop leaders into directors. So take these notes for what they're worth. You might find 1, 2, or 3 golden nuggets, whether you're with the focus of New Orleans or not, or you're looking to just grow your team, grow your income, grow your business. We've got it for you here. This is ideas, by the way. That is part 3 of this training. We had part 1, we had part 2 today. And if you are in a pod group, please make sure you watch this prior to your pod. And then we're going to take these ideas, but we're going to keep growing outside the box this year. This is about imagining, expanding, daring, and achieving differently in 2020. So thanks for joining me. All right, let's get to our screen. Okay, so as we start, we talk about New Orleans. It's our key focus. It's our wonderful opportunity. Trips are made to teach you new habits, to give you new focuses, to help you grow your income and grow your district and grow your brand without knowing. Many of you have earned trips. You worked really hard and then maybe it didn't keep the growth going. We're creating new behaviors with this year's trip team. So these are tips from your trip team goers. This is a result of 2 weeks of a lot of brainstorming, hitting the road quickly here in January, and really just saying, what could we do different? What can we expand to? How fast could we help others grow? And really just in simple ways that meet the market needs today. People becoming shopaholics, right? They shop direct from the company and they're buying over 500 products from Jafra directly to their door. Opening your own store, so you have that little gig, that little side hustle you're still seeing. I've had the economy on all day this morning and it's still talking the word gig, economy, hustle, side hustles. So if that's what they're looking for, just to have that kind of, I'm going to turn my day on today and go to work with Jafra and make, extra income. Giving them fun, free rewards, financial options when they decide to turn it on and work and build a client base. Or for those looking for kind of that fun part-time, double income where they have the opportunity to share the products and build clients, or share the business and help consultants build a clientele and share the products. So this really suits us in some of these learnings. So whether you're really on board to go earn the trip, or you're really on board to just grow your team and do things different this year, I want to thank the many leaders involved here with ideas and sharing, and many of the ideas you had in the past. But don't be afraid to go to New Orleans. Even if you've earned a trip and it never sustained you, or you earned a trip and it exhausted you, or you haven't earned a trip in a long time, this trip is a very smart trip. It really helps you build a team. It really helps those who earn the trip as a consultant build a strong business, balancing sales and sponsoring. So again, I love this trip. I think you all deserve a fresh vision board, a fresh view, and a fresh start. And that's what 2020 is all about anyway. Taking successes of the past, merging them into the future, but going beyond our limits. So time's running out. Let's go, right? Here we go. So let's talk about, you should have received your personal letter. And so if you have any questions on that, you must ask me ASAP or ask your upline. So if you have a leader, please work with your leader for sure. And then you can join these pod networking groups. So as I take you through this quick show, remember what this means. I'll just use the example. If you are a manager, if your results January through May did not total $20,000, then that's the base you have to hit, plus whatever level you're going. There's more levels, the higher your title. Higher ups get higher perks, right? So if you want to earn level 1 and you did not have $20,000 central branch sales from January to May of last year, then that's your base. You'd have to have $24,000 between now and the end of May in your central branch. You also have to have 5 QNCs personal. That means they sponsor and they qualify the month they join or the following month with $400 in sales. You do 5 direct and you do 5 indirect. That's like if you sponsor 5 and they all join with a friend, there's your 10. The key is, again, the sooner you do your sponsoring, the sooner the sales from those sponsors will count. And with the new VIP program, wow, a $400 training program, focus program, helping every new consultant find a way to have $400 a month to get into the club, be at 50%, earn welcome to Jafra, and double dip into both programs. Brilliant. That should be your number 1 mantra. So then you grow, right? You grow your sales, and then you have to be that title. You don't ever change the title. Whatever you are, January 1st is how you're earning the trip, and you must end that way at the end of the trip, okay? So that's really, really key. Your sponsoring is in your central branch, as you see in step 1. Your sales is in your central district. Managers don't have a district, so that's their central branch. And as you can see, district managers and above do. So an example, that for that manager that needs to do, again, $24,000, when you divide that out, it's about $4,800 a month, right? Then if you want level 2, that's about $6,400 a month. So if you didn't have those numbers last year, that feels a little creepy, but we made this today to make you see how you can do that. So bear with me. I'm going to just move my screen a little bit here. So the first thing, and again, forgive me, there's a lot of words here because these are note pages. So the first is with your consultants, that how does a consultant earn this? So I'm going to start at consultant level. A consultant earns the trip by having 10 QNCs herself. Again, they join and they hit 400 the month they join or the following month. Remember, for Welcome to Jafra and VIP, it's a one-time order. It's actually Welcome to Jafra is a one-time order, VIP is a cumulative, but don't change that. A new consultant must have a $400 order every single month to be VIP. So that's all we train to on Monday nights, new consultant training, and Tuesday night, future leader training is $400 orders, okay? So you'll see that in your toolkits as well, your workbooks that we've sent all of the leaders. And then they have to have personal sales. The personal sales are 8,000 from January 1 to May 31st, or 10,400 January 1st to May 31st. So when you break that down, I love taking a goal, but breaking it down monthly first. That's $1,600 in retail sales, or $400 a week. That equivalates how they choose to use their time. That could be 4 $400 parties, 1 a week. If not, that could be 20 faces. Getting in front of people, as we said in part 2, trying the product, experiencing the product is far better than just taking a book and an order. You're going to see a loyalty, you're going to see them order above and beyond. So our average order at a party or personal is $80. And so that being said, that's kind of the norm in all that I coached to last year. When they're sitting experiencing the product, not just a reorder. Reorders tend to maybe be sometimes lower. As you take a look at that, that's 20 faces, 20 people, 20 times they're demonstrating the product. Now, if you do that at a party, that could be 5 people at a party. That's 20 right there, 4 parties. They could do 20 back of the hand facials. They could do a table tap and have, 5 orders and do a table tap event every week in a business, at an expo, whatever that be. Or they do 1 table tap and they stay until they really collect 20 orders, right? Whatever that is, the key is however they choose to gather orders, at work, in the break room every week, focusing on a different department with a special feature order each week. Whatever that is, it's basically 20 $80 orders to equal 1,600. Or we could focus on 5 orders a week. In total, from January to May, it would be $2,400 parties. So as a leader, what do we want to train on? How to book parties, hostess coaching, everything before, during, and after bookings. You can see that in units on Facebook in our party training unit. Everything is there. You don't have to be a master. Even in the college courses, we did an entire 90-minute college course last January on parties today. If you want to watch a whole course, go there. If you have a New Orleans consultant, please use the tools and let's go to fast training, kind of speed training, right, to get ready for the trip. Level 2 is $2,080. That's $120 more a week. So $520 a week, or 5 parties a week, or 5 parties in a month. If not, it bumps from 20 to 26 orders at $80 average, or 2080 in sales for the month, right? So again, that's about 6 orders a week. Or from January to May, it's 26 parties. So if someone's just deciding to earn the trip, here's the best part. They can play catch up. So they could do Super Saturday. The last 2 Saturdays of this month, they could do 2 parties. They could do 1 at 9, 1 at noon. They could do 1 a week and 1 Facebook Live party. So think about again what they can do, because we want them caught up as close to possible at the end of January. You may even be sponsoring people willing to work this part-time gig to earn this trip and earn the income. They also need 10 qualified new consultants. Here's the best part with this simple formula of 20 orders or 20 faces a month, or 20 hostesses January through May. The best part is trying to keep them consistently month to month. Do not try to sandbag at the end. It's too hard and you kind of rise up and then you fall down, right? So we want to create a pattern of business. The best part is 1 in every 2 hostesses sponsor. That's in the direct sales industry. So having 4 parties a month, boom, there's your sponsors. They're typically your hostesses, and teaching your hostess to invite sponsorable guests, right? People looking for us. 1 in every 10 join the company when they're invited. So just by osmosis and numbers, again, with 20 faces, be it 5 at every party every week, 20 different appointments, whatever they do, they, again, 1 in every 10, they're having 20 faces, there's their 2 QNCs. The recipe is perfectly balanced. It's why I love this trip this year. So the goal is, leaders, do you know who's willing to work and has a need that this trip could fill the gap of the income they're looking for, the business model they want to build, the hours they're willing to work? It's not easy, but it's a simple formulation. So what else is in it for them? They will, obviously, if they have 2 QNCs in January, 2 QNCs in February, they have full potential of qualifying to leader, which puts them into their 11% qualification income in February, gives them the opportunity to earn that new manager bonus the following 2 months of March and April, and they're earning 11% while they're earning this amazing 50% with that sales model. I mean, we know with our 50% commission, the gross potential income alone is again over $800. Okay, so that's pure sales. I'm not including if they buy product, all of that. That's pure potential. Plus, they're going to be earning their monthly sponsoring gifts, their 11%, all the VIP rewards. And again, the key is who's willing to work maybe 2 days a week or one long day a week, because it's going to be one day is working parties, collecting orders, whatever, however their style is for doing a $400 order each week. Plus, again, they're going to have one other day they want to be booking, hostess coaching, consultant developing, going to training, etc. You could really fit this in a few hours here, a few hours there, but I would say no less than 5 to 10 hours a week minimum as a consultant building in this program. So when you look at that, the potential from the 11%, 50% at their gross potential income for their hours could be over $5,000 now through May. So I don't want to really just put that out there. That's what you're going to make. That's just the potential when you look at our compensation plan and you do these income producing activities we're training and coaching to. So that's potential gross income. Everybody will have, above and beyond different ways of doing it. So we start with that because when a consultant earns the trip, for each of you as a leader, with a consultant, she has to have $8,000 retail, 10 new QNCs, right? So when you look at that, that's a potential, If they just had 10 people who join with one $400 order to QNC, the minimum growth in sales for your central branch or central district is $12,000. Their personal retail and just pure qualifying. I didn't even go into VIP. So that's how you can grow back to the leaders. See the business growth here? Maybe it's 24,000, 41,000. It's called creating winners, developing winners. So when that happens, why don't you do the same thing with the trip, right? And then they duplicate. But look what happens when we focus on VIPs. Imagine this. As a leader, you add 2 new QNCs to your team a month from this new consultant. Your role is to help her and partner with her during this whole trip to develop those new consultants into VIP consultants. So look at this. If you add 2 new qualified consultants, they both do their 400 in January. This is this consultant doing this and you're supporting her. She adds 2 people who every month, January through May, do VIP $400. That's $4,000. In February, she adds 2 more, $3,200. In March, 2 more, $2,400. 2 more in April, who again join with 400 in client sales. We support them to that, and they do 400 each month. There's 16. You add this up as it breaks down to $12,000 in sales. Plus, that's with your VIP. If they consistently do 2 a month and you support them, developing them to get their $400 in client sales each month, plus their personal sales, it could be up to $20,000 new sales growth by trip achiever in your central branch. Could you imagine 5 trip achievers in your central branch? Oh my goodness, that right there, 5 new managers, right? And $100,000 growth. That's new sales, new people. So that's district director tracking for all I know. So again, do you have your squad? Do you have your team? Set up your weekly New Orleans coaching time. Partner up with another leader so you don't have to do this alone, but you need to get this team rallied and work out the simplicity. $400 weeks, 2 QNCs a month. That's the recipe, January through May, and you're the support coach to VIPs. You've got Monday night training, Tuesday night training supported by the national trainers in the region, but you're the weekly follow-up, right? So this is a tool. I'm going to make a unit. I'm sorry, it looks a little fuzzy, but I will make a unit in Facebook tonight or in the morning that will have New Orleans unit. We'll have a national conference unit and a New Orleans unit. This was a great sheet that Jackie and Norma, and Hannah was there as well, put together with a concept while we were brainstorming in Arizona the first week of January. We've already put it in Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. But This is a countdown. It's a great sheet. Rosa talked about it in part 2 as well, that they have 20 hostesses now through the end of June, or you can track this to 20 faces that they do each month that are $80 again a piece. If they want level 2, we added 6 more hostesses or 6 more faces. So what a cool tracking form that you can use to keep them on track. When you meet with them, that's what you celebrate each week, that they're on track to achieve it every single month. That's where a trip success works, when it's consistency and building the business. So one idea that you heard Rosa talk about in part 2, I won't repeat it in full detail, but she showed you a beauty box, a party box. This evolutionized from brainstorming, again in Arizona, and then Rosa and I took it to the Oregon area and we started just brainstorming. And what does that mean? If we really took $80 as the average order, the rage in the marketplace from Groupons to anywhere you go is beauty boxes, subscription boxes. So can you imagine? It's kind of like Stay Royal, right? In its own way. But this is every month when you get the monthly brochure. You pause and you can make some creative ideas. So we came up with a few to get your brain thinking. So as you heard Rosa launched it. Her team went crazy. She went on Facebook just to see if her friends would like her My Favorite Department box of the month. And she sold 4 out of 5 already, just posting the idea on her Facebook personal page. She then took it to her team. And she said, even when she did her own party, it was so easy. The lady said, I want the beauty box and I need the skin box. So it may not work, it may not be perfect, but it's a way that it helps our consultants see that if they sold 5 boxes, it could work. They don't have to have inventory to build the boxes. She bought those boxes again at Michael's. But let's look at this concept. You look in the book and you formulate. It may not work perfect every month, but we were able to put this together for January. We collect a few of the products based on the theme or the department, and we drop the price down to 80. It might be 87 retail, but we drop everything. Boom, price is dropping like Walmart, right? Everything's in $80. So it aligns to the $400 order, which is 5 boxes or 5 collections. We used to just call them collections or offers, but look, we built it into a box. So here's a couple of the beauty boxes, $80 each. We'll do this each month during January through May. We're trying to expand our reach and do things crazy different. So you can have different boxes, but they focus on selling 5 boxes a week, or if they want to be a VIP, 5 boxes a month. The cool thing is women buy boxes and bags. So this is an inexpensive way to make everything look super cool. So here were some of the ideas. There's a 4-department box. You pick 1 product from each of our 4 departments, skin, color, fragrance, spa, and you put that together and you've got the My Fave beauty box of the month. It houses 1 from each item. Great for gift selling, great for Valentine's, great for a guy or a girl. If they want to sub something out, that's fine, but charge them the upscale to the price. Don't decrease the price ever less than 80, but they can upgrade if they want to. So again, it doesn't matter. If you have inventory and you're ready to do this, great, go sell them, right? But if not, it's not that you have to buy inventory. We're not here doing that. But we want to have the products to display. So when you see the book on the 15th of January, getting ready for February, and that book comes to your house, I would start to organize my boxes. So we had a skin box, beauty box, the color beauty box of the month, the spa beauty box, the scent beauty box, the baby beauty box. And we even created the bro beauty box because of Valentine's. And I'd probably say keep it there. That was, again, Hannah and Rosa today. So when you're doing boxes, you group items together that come around that $80 price that aligns to 20 $80 orders equals $1,600. You go to Michael's or any craft store. Their photo boxes this month are on sale for $1.99. This is really when you're seeing people. If you're going to try to ship it, you can't. That size of that box, it's not affordable. So this is only for hands-on 20 faces. You're with the people face to face at your parties, right? That you're able to deliver these boxes. If they're ordering off your website, again, this is different. So keep that in mind. They are photo boxes, And Rosa shared she keeps her bubble wrap. She stuffed it with tissue. Make sure you're charging shipping, at least $3 for your supplies per order, okay? Some of you may charge 10% or more for your shipping, I don't know, but we wanted to make sure not everybody is doing the thing with shipping that would cover this. Remember again, how cool at a tabletop. You go to a bridal expo and you have the bridal beauty box. She's got the body beauty box, the skincare, maybe the makeup box, the manicure box. You could do that, and it's, oh my gosh, how many beauty boxes do you actually take orders for that day? How cool is that, right? So again, that's how women shop. It reminded me of when we used to sell sets with Jafra. That's how I was trained back in my early time. And it was just easier. Women would say, I'll take that set, right? So now it's like, which boxes do you want? And they can add up. You don't end because they bought $80. Is there other items you're running out of that can add to your beauty box savings today? So it isn't ending at 80. It's just a simple way to help people shop and to help consultants see that $400 is just 5 boxes. So, or collections. So you could do a bag for long distance if you're going to order and ship it, okay? Meaning you're just going to go find some cute gift bags at the Dollar Tree. But try to keep it simple that these boxes are for when you're in person. So again, these are great at tabletops. This is great for a party on the go or fundraising. Imagine building a beauty box and you have a hostess on the go. She sells 5 boxes and look at all she gets in her hostess collection. So great for parties on the go, great for Facebook Live, great for sitting at Panera and you set up a couple of beauty boxes that look intriguing and look fun, and with a little table sign, beauty boxes available for giftables for Valentine's and Galentine's. People will stop by. You can demonstrate from the box. It's a quick party box too. You could do a party in the break room each week at noon and do a different department box, right? And just demonstrate something really groovy cool. So it's beauty box of the week. And you could do it all year long. If you work in an office, you could set it on your desk, you could do it in a break room, or you get friends who work in offices or have break rooms. Why not get beauty boxes going everywhere with people you know? So you can do it again in anything that you do, a personal to all the giftables for the month. So keep that going. And here's what we did for you. I wanted to give you some examples that Rosa and I put together with a headache on the airplane. We did the My Faves box. My Faves words came from Jackie Elves. We loved that. So this one, look at this. It's got a little bit of fragrance with Sugar, Bright Serum, lip color with the lipstick and liner, and almond. So there's our 4 departments. What we did, again, is we took the sale price. The value is $126. We cut it down. It might have been an $84 box, but we cut it down to $80. Everything stays the same. And we calculated how much they save, and we gave the percentage of savings. Some shop by dollars they save, some shop by percentages, some are cold shoppers at the end, doesn't matter. So you can make table tent signs for all the boxes, have all of your feature boxes, carry them all, carry one, do whatever you need to do, right? Or feature them each week. Then I'm not going to read all of these, but you can see we have the skin beauty box. We did all RJX, Revitalize plus a micellar. We did the color beauty with, we called this one Get Set. I love this one. Foundation, the powder, royal jelly powder in there, highlighting powder, the corrector, and the setting spray. How cool is that? The Get Set beauty box of the month. We did the beauty box for spa. We love this one with body care, ginger, seaweed scrub. We've got the scalp treatment, the mud mask, hand cream. That's your spa hand cream on sale, and the almond oil. You can see the scent box is kind of a family scent box a little bit. You could switch that out and do a men's if you chose to. Doesn't matter. You've got the baby beauty box. This was an awesome savings at 42% as well because they're the big items on sale. But these are things people buy for Valentine's Day and giftables. Imagine this baby beauty box for baby showers. The spa one for wedding showers. There's just such cool giftables. Then I love what the ladies created today, the bro box with the men's line and the Yitsu. Look at that. That's an awesome gift idea, right? Everything $80. So the one idea that we also launched into was, imagine if we were able to take and give a beauty box for someone who joins Jafra In her first 7 days, she helps someone start their business and grow their first $400. So she sponsors them in 7 days as long as she qualifies and they qualify to their $400 in sales. Like Jafra has the buy one or the blanket, right? This beautiful blanket. Yes, I'm sitting under it, right? They've got that for sponsoring. But when we really say to a new consultant, the best way to succeed is join with a friend, which is true. And we give her a 7-day challenge. You could give her a beauty box. That would help her sell more, get to 400. But again, they both join, they both qualify, and you give her that challenge. So we thought that might be a fun idea. It's a little spendy an investment, but boy, will it pay back, right? Then let's come back to just a couple of things. These were some tips that we heard from our trainers today, Rosa, Jackie, and Hannah. These were things that we really can focus on differently. To have a year beyond, you've got to expand how you do things and dare to do it differently. If there's one thing I've watched from the top success bonus achievers to just growth in their district is they sponsored early. I remember learning this in the early 90s. I think it was Hortensia Saucedo. She taught me. I remember I was interviewing because I wanted to be an ambassador. And she said, I do all my sponsoring early. The first 2 weeks of the month, I heavy load my personal business. So I've got the last 2 weeks to do their launch parties, help them sponsor their first 1 or 2 consultants, and make sure everybody's got time to qualify. And I loved that approach. So for yourself, recognize your team who sponsors early, your leaders who sponsor early, Green by 19, 15th of the month. So focus on sponsoring early and never go less than what the trip is. 2 personal qualified consultants a month, 3 indirect. That will achieve that quarterly bonus that we heard in part 2. But I want to show you a really important strategy. Sponsor early. Leaders, if you have 5 sponsors, 2 by you and 3 indirect, they join with a friend, right? And someone else may be sponsoring as well. When you do that and you help these new consultants, one key attribute is VIP status. Really, what are you doing about VIP? How do you train to it, expect it, recognize it, communicate weekly, cheer them on weekly? That's really the most important is VIP. If you have 5 consultants who join in January and you do everything to help them set up to be a VIP, every month that $400 January through May, that's $10,000 in new sales. 5, again, you do it again in February. That's $8,000 in sales. Right there, you've grown your team $18,000 that you currently do not have in your central branch or district. But wait, with 1 more month, you're going to earn that $500 bonus you just heard our 3 STPers talk about. What is that? Again, 5 more. Do it again. 2 plus 3 is our business recipe. That's $6,000 more. You could grow as a level manager, a level 1 manager achiever. You need $24,000 growth. There's your recipe. You're already done by March. You heard from all of our top leaders. Do things early and enjoy what you grow the rest of. Stop panic managing at the end and stop front loading at the beginning, as you heard them all say. That could be a really key. Sponsor early, VIP, and get your 10 in January and February and start a whole new transformation like you saw our leaders. Imagine if you do this every single quarter this year. Just 1 quarter of that with VIP consultants is $2,000 potential income with a $500 bonus on 11%. That's for a manager. So just imagine what's there. That's just using pure comp plan. There's expenses, there's all of that. So let's get real. There could be, again, different outcomes, but that's just using pure compensation plan. So as we focus differently in 2020, let's really talk about a couple of key mantras. Join with a friend. Don't do a case issue or a sponsoring interview without them bringing 1 or 2 friends along to give them a fresh view perspective. Does this suit them? Does the shoe fit? To help them know that when they join with a friend, a nutty buddy, a business bestie, they are always more successful, 50% more successful What you speak is what you get. What you recognize is what you get. What you train to and coach to is what you get. So BYOB, bring your own bestie. BOGO, bring one, get one each month. Jafra provides the gift. So every month you're focused on bring one, get one. Some will bring more, right? But we focus on BOGO and BYOB. That's your expectations, your training, your coaching, and your recognition. So the VIP club has consistent sales of 400. Maybe you even do your own VIP club when they sponsor consistently at least one a month as a consultant, right? So you could try that during the trip. I'm just saying, how cool is it to really stay focused? And this is where I know Rosa said, wow, what if they sponsor in their first 7 days, their first QNC? I'd be willing to give them a party box or one of our bonus or beauty boxes so that they can go out and really move quickly. So food for thoughts. I'm just sharing leaders' ideas. So again, think how important this is. You sponsor your two, they each join with a friend. Some may join with two, or they get one and now they want another one, right? So, and maybe they want to earn New Orleans. Here's that key. Sponsor always as a leader, at least in your first 5 days. Why? Because I'll tell you what, I carried this blanket to all my regional meetings the first week of January, and everybody that touched it suddenly wanted the blanket. I had to get my blanket back from the room. So sponsor in the first 5 days of the month, leaders, this year, so the gift is in your hands. When people smell it, feel it, try it, want it, it gives you added value and motivation. So again, sponsor 2 by the 15th again, and you can have more. So that's the key to some ideas for this year. All I want to share with you right now is you have all the tools to sponsor. You have all of the tools you need to help keep your consultants focused, follow up, coached, and trained. You have Monday nights for 4 weeks to launch for new and renewed consultants to get off to a great start. You've got the 4 topics here by our 8 trainers. Next on Tuesdays, for those that want to sponsor, that want to build a team, 4 weeks to leadership, 8 great trainers here. You already have your workbooks. They're in units, and leaders, they were emailed to you. Within those workbooks, these are things we focus on. We just share the compensation plan. These are the key words that attract the industry today. We learned this from our Success Squad in the fall. Fun, flexibility, fast rewards, free stuff, friends, financial options. That's what people are looking for, and why direct sales is filling the voids for people's lives. Whether they're shopaholics, they could still be a VIP by shopping from one department each month during their first 4 months, where they go and they replace all their items in their house for them and their entire family. That right there would make them a VIP. That's how much I buy every month just for my household. So, and I only have 2 kids and they're grown adults and on their own. I still buy that much just to keep our family going in my giftables. If they want that gig, perfect. The VIP is perfect. There's that extra couple hundred. When they want it, they're willing to add an hour or two of sharing in their life. And then those for part-timers, they're looking for replacing a job they hate. They're looking for that extra part-time job, but they don't have enough hours and it's not worth it to pay a sitter and gas or dress up for part-time. Or they're looking for that part-time career change, getting ready for retirement, after retirement, a new mom, a new wife, a new life. So these are things we share. Keep that in front of them. What else is in the workbook? For those you're helping to promote groups or sponsor, looking for success qualities. Hannah talked about this in her story, how OCI changed her and how she now sees the great qualities, as we said in part 2 of our webinar today, on each person, and really identifying them and working with them like Jackie and Rosa talked about. This is in your workbook. This is in our training. You also have in your workbooks, what does Jafra have? What does Jafra not have, right? So this is kind of just that list we've been using for the last couple of years, going through like what makes Jafra unique? What are things we don't have that other companies had? So we help them make a list and help them get confident with their words. If there was one thing we heard from our top of 2019, the word confidence. They're confident and they confidently can develop others and find what they need to make them confident, as Jackie shared. So we also have in the workbook, what is a sponsoring interview, a recruiting interview? We also talk about on Tuesday nights, and it's in your workbook, what the numbers matter. Those 3 conversations a day that Rosa talked about. She helps them plan their hours and has conversations and tracks them. That's their weekly tracker and recognition. 20 faces and conversations is all she's focused on because of this. It's a numbers. When 4 people are invited to take a look at the business, that will net you 1 sponsoring interview. After your sponsoring conversations are held, the interview to see if it's a fit, you'll sponsor 1. For every 3, you'll sponsor 1. So the numbers align to our 63 conversation sheets. So use that for weekly recognition. And then monthly results is your newsletter. But that's all in there. Remember, our key that we focus on is we align $400 orders their first 4 months to go right to VIP. They're 50%. They earn over $350 of free products, free gifts, free stuff, and they're in the club. That's why people love direct sales. So how you onboard a new consultant, plug her into Monday night training, and you coach them Tuesday morning. Having a launch party. When you look at the workbook, the checklist is what they need to do. They get that email workbook and you are the follow-up to it. And again, we encourage everyone in our training to join with a friend, right? So keeping this as your most important. Every week have report tracking and postcards. 1 week you could send Lori's VIP cards. 1 week you can do phone calls, encouraging people or celebrating once they hit that level and then moving them to 1,000. You must have report tracking and communication plans to keep your VIP clubs going, right? The best part of this, just as a recap, VIP is the most important for 2020. You get what you expect. You must train to what you expect. Every meeting, every Zoom call. Are you training like we do on Monday nights? How to have $400 orders or $400 weeks. It's either monthly or weekly. And if they want more in between, cool. We want to track to it. We want to cheer to it. We want to recognize and reward. Remember, focusing your training on $400 months, $400 weeks, $400 parties. 5 $80 orders, how to get to $80 collections in our departments or our giftables. Taking that new consultant focus is VIP, they earn double dip. Taking all VIPs, really working with that. Every leader in your district, you want to be tracking and working with them on the VIPs in their group. It might be painful right now until we get our VIP report, but it's worth it to go back and track it. So think about your branch, right? How do you just even hit maintenance? That is 5 consultants at $400 plus the leader. Or the leader has 1,000 and she has 5 people who are VIPs. There's that $3,000 mark in the Mazda program. So again, VIP does it all. And remember, New Orleans, we've broken this down to be $400 weeks, 20 weeks in a row, or 20 parties, keeping our recipe simple. So again, tracking hours, keeping that again, and coaching time with VIPs, new consultants, future leaders, New Orleans team. Make sure at your meetings or your parties to have VIP. I've got my VIP sign over there. I think I got that at Party City, Oriental Trading. Get VIP bulletin boards, tag boards you can carry. Every VIP, take their picture from Facebook, put their name there. Just keep building the club, right? Once they see their face, they won't want to get out. Post it on Facebook each week when someone new is born into the club. Don't let them fall out of the club. They have to start all over with 3 months again. Make sure it's in your newsletters. You're posting it. You might do income producing activity drawings or those weekly activity drawings that we talked about with conversations. You can have these, look at these, for a quarter, you can buy VIP badges. I did this back in November in our webinar. I give you all sorts of really cool ideas. You heard Emily today tell you how there's special VIP everything at conference. Look at this, $359. There's VIP bags at Stump's Party Supplies. So how do you keep it going? VIP seating at your meetings, making this a big deal. It's all in the workbooks for you to succeed. It's all in the training. You are the success. Leaders lead them to success. This is just training and tools. You are there every week. My favorite is we made this a couple years ago. What are the ways to get to a $400 party order weekly or monthly? Help them plan each week how to get to 400 or each month. They choose what fits in their life, but we help them plan. Remember the beginning of our webinar in part 2. You have to have goals, you have to make a weekly plan and pick out your daily activities. Manage those hours in minutes like Rosa taught us. Help them even shop each month a different department so that they start to become a Jafra household. This is that key sheet that Rosa kept talking about. It's in your regional calendar pack every single month. These are the tools. This is another tool to help make sure in their hours they're doing income producing activities like Rosa talked about. This is to help them plan their months and track to be on track to New Orleans or to their income or title goals. This is all in the workbooks. I keep repeating that, but I'm not joking. I also mentioned today in part 2, make sure that you are doing product demonstration at every meeting. We've been doing soirees, we've been doing party demonstrations at every meeting. We've been trying new things in the region. We have guests at every event because it's a product demonstration, a party. We did Boys in Beauty or whatever we called it, back in October. We were doing soirees for beauty and business in January. We had guests there who booked parties, who bought and sponsored. Here's what we know. Make sure you really have a display, a demonstration, a mini 5-minute soiree, fold-out guides, your salt, your tastings of food that pair with the notes within a fragrance. At every meeting, teach skincare sampling and teach fragrance sampling. Why? Because there are 2 biggest departments. They're the simplest to sell, the most loyal long-term, and you'll see they sell 80 billion for skincare, 45 billion for fragrance. Makeup and spa is, I don't know, about 15 to 18 billion. Not that they don't matter, they do. Don't miss conference because you're going to see fragrance training, skincare training, and you're going to see makeup training. So we're going to ramp up the color this year. So you'll see why we've been editing and changing. So it's coming. Remember though, that we have fragrance and skincare in every kit every month. Those 2 departments are always there. This time we expanded a little bit into color. We also have it in our packs. Everything is skincare and fragrance. So if they don't know it, you don't show it, they don't see the investment and how quickly they can turn a potential income of $800 a pack. So buy these packs, put them on display, just one that you keep as a demo model. Imagine if they saw that many products, they'd invest in the packs because they can see the income and how to demonstrate it and maybe put it into beauty boxes. Our hostess program is only 2 departments, skincare and fragrance. So again, what do I love? I love this. This is a big booking month. I love this. This is my favorite hostess program right here. Look at this. This month, there's still time for the next 10 days to book parties, go on Facebook Live and collect orders and do a hostess drawing for everybody who orders. Think about this. They get these 2, the volcanic mask and one of these 3 right there with a $300 party, right? So they have to get to 300. They can purchase these 4 items for $55 this month. They save $122. The value is $177. It's 69% off. But look, it's $13.75 for our most expensive RJX products. That's how we book parties. So each month, make sure you put that into your meetings. Demonstrate the hostess products. Show them how to book and work with their hostesses. This is key. Jackie said it. Parties are alive and big, baby. So we've got to make sure we've got that in our training, whether or not Jafra does. So remember as well to do this demo. This is a fun demonstration right here. This is doing a foot spa party. How cool is that to do that at your monthly party, or hold a team party the week after your monthly party? Go painting it purple and then add this in. Why? Because, oh my gosh, we could have sponsors the first 2 weeks of the month, right? And then follow up with their launch parties and help them get started. And remind everyone with a $400 order, they can buy a set like this for $12.50. That's crazy. So tear these out. Make a party folder that you keep these every month. We give you some really fast, simple parties and experiences. I've already posted this in email, in WhatsApp, and Facebook, but I'll resend it again. Make sure you've got your expectations in recognition. This is some ideas put together by the leaders for their recognition for their branches, then for their district. So you set expectations by your recognition. You follow up with your weekly coaching and weekly communication and cheerleading. And again, you train to everything that you expect. So keep this alive. This is important. You can do weekly drawings. You can do weekly activity bonus tickets or drawings from the IPAs to the conversations. But really celebrate the queen bees who hit a sales level and a sponsoring level, right? So this is how we keep it fun. Remember again to use the words from the Jaffa Action. How we talk about the quarterly bonus is how you talk about sponsoring gifts, okay? So it's not a bribe. So that's part of that income video. Now, what do we have to close with? If you are a leader and you are going to earn New Orleans, or you have consultants earning it, I am creating mini pod groups once a month. We have more, which I'll show you in the calendar. But these are all the leaders that are going to be in their pod groups. We're really excited about that. And we are going to, again, there's others who couldn't join this month. That's okay. You can join us next month. We have our own WhatsApp group. We're going to be sharing ideas, and we'll be coaching together in small groups to help us all stay on target. So if that's you, then message me. We'll be kicking this off tomorrow. Then what do we have again? We have a couple of things. Sorry, let me plug in my computer. Forgive me. All right. Pause break. Okay. So what do we have? We have a couple of things. Number one, we have, for those of you earning New Orleans, there's 2 leaders networking groups, okay? We will focus there on the trip. Join that. That's just networking. They're not recorded. You will always have your leader webinars. They're a leader meeting divided into 2 parts every month. Don't miss those. For those of you that are DM3s and above, you have your own coaching time, okay? For those of you in the Mazda, you have your own coaching time. Otherwise, every other leader would be on these groups, okay? So that's our mantra. Remember, you've got Monday, Tuesday for support, and the Brown regional meetings are yours across the nation. Stay tuned for February coming soon. So I hope today you grabbed a couple of lessons. Whether you're going for New Orleans or not, this is about why not go for New Orleans, but most importantly, what did you learn today from having clear expectations to having training that aligns to what you're focused on, recognizing, having recognition set in stone and celebrating it weekly and monthly in all sorts of facets. It might be phone calls, mailings, Facebook. There's all different ways to recognize. And there's also, of course, making sure you've got clear communication each week and coaching. So we expect, we train to, we communicate, recognize, coach, and cheer each week to our levels. And the key is your follow-up. So remember, life has no limitations except for the ones you make for yourself. Thank you, Les Brown. We've said that mantra all month. We're sticking to it to go above and beyond. Thanks for today. Bye, everybody.